We do review books in New Haven Magazine, and a book comparing Southern to Yale, I think, was really an obvious kind of one to review. She writes about one particular anecdote that I had to print out because I didn't remember all the particulars, about recently the Southern Women's Studies program held a conference on global justice featuring a Nobel Prize winning person with whom I'm not terribly familiar. But somebody at Yale learned about this event right before the event and was surprised that such an eminent speaker was coming to Southern and not Yale, and so they tried to hijack part of the event to Yale. But the person's schedule was already set, so they couldn't do that. So the only option was attending the talk for Yale people was attending the talk at Southern. So the Yale faculty and administrators had never visited Southern, and even though it was just 2 miles away, they said they didn't know where it was. I don't know if this is a put down or they really didn't know where it was, so they had somebody at Southern have to fax them a map to get to Southern from Yale.
New Haven.
And do you know how close we are to it?
I'd say about maybe 10 minutes.
I know we're kind of, I don't know how to get there, but I know like where it is.
I know it's in New Haven, around here somewhere, I'm not sure exactly.
No, have not.
I have not.
All I know is that we were going to do, like, they participate in Colleges Against Cancer, so that's all I've heard about them, what they do for CAC.
All I know is that it's a school in New Haven, and that's it.
One difference is most of the Southern students are from Connecticut, so they know what's in and around New Haven, and most of the Yale students are not from Connecticut, and they don't know what's around here. It's an irony that both of the schools are about the same size.
I think I would say it's insulting to some people, but it doesn't really insult me because I hadn't heard of it until I applied to it.
I think a lot of people would be inclined to say that people here are full of themselves or like robotic, but it's definitely not true. Everyone I've met so far has been completely nice, down to earth, and everyone has something to offer.
I'm sure being an Ivy League university, I'm sure the public might have preconceived notions about, arrogance or things like that.
People think they don't have fun and they're really brainy and all they do is have their heads in books.
I think everyone thinks that we're nerds and we only study, and there are some people that are like that, but there are a lot of people that, have fun and are just pretty calm and not super stressed out all the time.